Never saw his eye color. I was always like this. I was just like, yes. I never said no. I was so...
This is what Ranbir Kapoor told about his father in an interview. Can you imagine living in fear of the person who raised you? Just think about it, being so scared that you haven't dared to look your father in the eye. That fear doesn't go away. It becomes a wound that you carry into your life. Well, in today's video, I'll be sharing 3 parenting secrets that Ranbir Kapoor has revealed in his interview. My name is Sharon. Let's talk parenting. The first parenting secret is that close the distance between you and your child. Be present rather than just providing. He talks about his father, late Rishi Kapoor, as a short-tempered man. He says that he was very scared of his father that he never dared to look him in the eye. This created so much emotional distance between them. Ranbir admits that he was an introvert and he kept his emotions locked away.
Stopped crying very early on and I just stopped crying. That's my childhood.
His story goes much deeper than this. His father's generation of men were scared of vulnerability. In sociology, we call this hegemonic masculinity. It is a dominant form of manhood that values toughness and providing rather than emotional affection. So any form of emotional expressions were seen as a sign of weakness, and this was a cultural script that was handed down to generations of men on how to handle their emotions. Now fast forward to Rishi Kapoor's passing. Ranbir says that he could not cry when his father died. He had this panic attack.
I remember I went up to the room and I got a panic attack because I didn't know how to express myself. I didn't know what was happening. There was too much to take.
But he felt that he had to be strong for his family. He still now feels guilty not for having the grace to let go of the past and to express himself to his father. However, his father was from a different era, a generation of men who were scared of vulnerability, the tough guy era. So what does this do to a child? It teaches them to be detached. It teaches them that emotions are not valid. And Ranbir took detachment as his survival skill. This leads me to the second parenting secret. Control the noise. This noise can be anything from arguments, fights, or disagreements in your home. You might be thinking that your kids are fine in the room and they're just chilling. But no, the noise in your house makes them hyper alert. They start to see home as a conflict zone.
Fights, where we live in a bungalow. So I've spent like most of my childhood on the staircases hearing them fight. So I was always a little scared. I was always on the edge.
Ranbir says that he grew up hearing his parents fight a lot. And that has triggered his hyper-alert sensation. That loud noise triggers an immediate emotional panic in him, which is why his wife, Alia, has to consciously reduce the volume of her voice just to make him feel comfortable.
I think because of my father's tone, growing up, always kind of rattled. So she really made efforts to kind of change that. And
it's a painful reminder that the noise and chaos you expose your kids today becomes a lifelong wound with them, and it even enters into their family life. The next parenting secret is use your parenting as a second chance to heal your inner child. Then came the biggest game changer in Ranbir's life, the birth of his daughter Raha. He describes this feeling as somebody taking your heart out and putting it in your hands.
It's not, you can't describe it. But if I had to describe it, it's like somebody's kind of taken your heart out and just put it in your hand.
What Ranbir does here is a powerful act of emotional redirection. The love and care that he longed for as a child that he did not get from his father is now channeled to his daughter. He is finally giving his daughter the love and connection which he as a child wanted. And this is a primal drive in us as humans to heal our inner child by giving a radically different experience to our child. We also have the fear of repetition that we will mess up just like our parents did. And this forces us to face our past. Ranbir, whose father was absent, is being a present father. Ranbir is actually doing the opposite of what he learned. The distant father is being a present one. The man who was scared of noise is now modeling peace, and he's giving a lot of love and care and emotional connection to his daughter, which he as a child wanted. Parenting is not just about raising a child, but it's also giving yourself a second chance to heal. Now, what are the key takeaways from his interview? Acknowledge your emotional inheritance. Just observe yourself calmly, your thoughts, your coping mechanisms, and the emotional things that you inherited from your parents. Without judgments, just observe them and acknowledge them. Second, Conscious parenting is healing. By choosing to be actively different from what your parents did, you're actually healing yourself. By consciously breaking old patterns and creating new ones, you're actually healing your inner child. If your parents were distant, practice being present. If your parents were critical, practice encouragement for your child. Vulnerability is strength. Ranbir, being a Bollywood star, bravely showed his vulnerability in an interview. As parents, it's always important to remember that we are humans and we can make mistakes. As parents, it's very important that we allow ourselves to make mistakes and teach our kids that emotions are okay. This creates a secure attachment between you and your child. Heal your inner child. The love and the care that you give your child often ends up healing parts of you that were wounded. Parenting is a second chance to heal yourself. This is a beautiful reminder that your past doesn't have to dictate your future. Do check out the interview. It's a beautiful interview in which he talks a lot about parenting and family. We have the power to break cycles, to choose connections over detachment, and to give a much better life to our next generation. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments which parenting secret resonated the most with you. Stay tuned for the next video.